Hi, my name is Gordon from Gimeo, and today I'm going to show you how to create an amazing HTML email signature which is compatible with Outlook, Gmail and Apple Mail and basically all of the major email clients that are out there today. I make email signatures for a living. I'm the co-founder of Gimeo, which is a famous email signature generator that a lot of people use, and I see email signatures on a daily basis, and I know exactly how difficult it is to create a completely custom email signature by coding it yourself. So I would never recommend doing that because, believe me, I've done it many times and I just wouldn't recommend doing it, especially if you don't know how to code HTML or CSS. Before we get started though, I just want to run through a few mistakes that I see a lot of YouTubers doing when they have, when they create videos that show you how to create email signatures. And one of the major ones is that they'll go and create an email signature in Photoshop, for example, and they won't show you how to actually create it in HTML, which is a problem because you don't necessarily want to use an image as your whole email signature because most email clients don't automatically download images in emails. They'll show you a warning that says, this email contains images, click here if you want to download them. So if your whole email signature is an image, that means the recipient won't see any of your contact information at all, and that's a really bad look. And also, the other reason you wouldn't do that is because disabled people that have vision impairments, they rely on screen readers to be able to see, to read their emails, and a screen reader cannot read an image basically. So that's why I always recommend create yourself a HTML email signature instead, which is exactly what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. The other issue that I see people doing is that they create their email signature in Microsoft Word, and that's a really bad idea because Microsoft Word uses the word rendering engine, and when you copy and paste it into Outlook, the HTML that it generates is really not great, and it won't be compatible with any other email client other than Outlook. So if you send it to someone that's using Gmail, for example, the signature won't look exactly right. So today I'm going to show you how to create the signature completely manually using a template, which I'll show you where you can download it from. In fact, you can download all of our templates for free, and I'll show you where you can do that in a minute. But if you don't want to create your own email signature based on the template and editing HTML, the best thing you could do is just go over to Gimeo, go over to this link, and then you can create your own email signature for free in here. We've got over 45 templates available, and you'll be able to completely customize them to your own liking and create your email signature using Gimeo, which is a lot, and I mean a lot, easier than doing it manually. But the point of this video is to show you how to do it manually, so I'll show you that now. So before we get started, I just want to let you know that if you are creating an email signature for Gmail, Gmail does actually have a 10,000 character limit in the HTML code. What I mean by that is if your HTML code has more than 10,000 characters in it, Gmail will reject it and you won't be able to use that signature. So some of the templates that I'll show you in a minute have over 10,000 characters from the get-go, so you'll need to just check that before you get started. But that's only if you're installing signatures in Gmail. Alright, so what we'll need first is we'll need a good text editor. I use Sublime Text. It's pretty good for editing HTML, so that's the one that I'll be using in the tutorial today. But if you have another one that's a good text editor for coding, feel free to use that one. The other tool you'll need is Photoshop. Now you won't need Photoshop itself, so if you don't have Photoshop, don't panic. You can use any other sort of image editing tool. The only reason we're going to be using it is just to edit the picture that you want to use for the signature itself, and that's it. So you can use any other image editing tool that you've got. Okay, so now what we'll need to do is we'll need to pick out a template that looks similar to what we want our signature to look like. So if you head over to this link here, blog.gimeo/email-signature-templates, we've got a whole bunch of free email signature templates that you can download. We've got 45 of them, I think over 45 now available that you can download, and you can use them. So today what we'll do is we'll use this one here, the Nino Brino one. So simply fill in your email address and download the template. Since I've already got it downloaded here, we'll just open it up and extract, right click on it and then click extract here. So there's a few files that you've got here which are available to you. The instructions, which is basically just gives you a bit of information about the template and the instructions on how to install it. The other thing we've got is the HTML file here, and also the minified HTML file, which is minified just means that it's had all the spaces taken out of it to make it a bit smaller in size. And the other thing we've also got is the Photoshop file, which I'll show you now. It's just the Photoshop file of the actual signature that we've got, so you can move elements around and redesign it and all that sort of stuff. But it's important to know that this isn't the actual HTML of the signature. So since we're not going to be actually changing the design of the signature, we'll close that off. But like I said, you can choose any one of those templates in the list, and you can download any design that you like and modify it to have all your details in it. And I'll show you right now how to modify those templates to have your details in it. So first you'll need an image of yourself. So I've got an image here. I'll need to open it up in Photoshop and then circle crop myself out of it so I can use that as an image for my email signature. So I'll just do that quickly. As you can see, I'm just circle cropping it, and then I'm going to put it into a new file like so. So what I'll need to do now is I'll need to actually find out the size of the image that I'll need for that template. So I'll go back in here and I'll just open this one up using my Chrome browser, and I'll right click on this image here and go inspect. It also helps having Google Chrome because you'll have the same settings as I've got here, but most browsers you can just right click on and click on inspect, and you'll see the same information here. So you can see here that the image height is 153 pixels and the width is 153. So what I'll do is I'll make my image in Photoshop the same size. So we'll go to image size, and I'll make it 153, and it makes it in proportion with the height as well. Click OK. And what I might do as well is I'll just take the background off as well, so it's a transparent background like so, and then I'll click File and I'll save it as a PNG in that same folder. I'll just put my name. Now what you want to do is compress your image using tiny PNG, and what I mean by that is if you hover over it, you can see it's 62.1 kilobytes in size, and you always want to aim to make your email signature as small as possible. Otherwise it takes up more disk space on your mail servers, and that basically costs you money indirectly. So what we'll do is we'll go into TinyPNG, and it's just tinypng.com, and just drag and drop your image in there, and you'll see it's going to convert it into it's had a 77% drop in size, so that's great. And we'll just save it here. Okay, now if we click on it, you can see down the bottom here it says 14.3 kilobytes in size, so it's gone down in size by quite a bit. That's what we want. Alright, so the next thing is we'll want to actually host this image somewhere on a web server, for example. If you don't have a web server where your website is hosted, you could host it in Dropbox or Google Drive. That'll work as well, but there is a bit of a trick that you'll need to follow if you are hosting it in Google Drive, because when you share an image in Google Drive, it doesn't give you the typical URL for the image. It gives you like a preview URL, and you can't actually use that with email signatures because it just simply won't work. So we'll go into Google Drive. I think I've already got it open here. Yes, I do. And we'll just go into a folder in Google Drive, any folder that you've got access to, and then just drag and drop your image in there. Okay, and then what you want to do is right click on the image and then click Get Shareable Link, and then set this to anyone with the link. And now what you'll want to do is copy this part of the link here, that's got this long part of the link, so in between the the D and the view part, like that, and then so copy that and then go into Sublime and paste it into Sublime. And the other thing you'll need as well is this part here. You'll need to put that in front of the link, so it'll need the whole link will need to be like this. You need to grab that part which you've just copied from Google Drive and then pop it in there like that. And then what this does is it creates a URL that you can use in your email signature as an image URL. So if you go to this URL in your web browser, you'll see that image come up when it loads. There we go. And then you can use this image in the email signature. If you were to use if you were to use this link here, for example, you'll see that it's not exactly the same. See, it's got a preview. It's a preview link. You can see all the other stuff around it. So you can't. It's not an actual link to the image itself. It's just more of a preview link. So it's important that you do this before you continue on. Okay, so now that we've got the image loaded up in Google Drive, we'll go back into our files here, and we'll just open up the Nino Barino HTML. Actually, I think I've already got it here. Yes, I do. And what you want to do is just plan out what you want to change, basically. So we want to change the image, we want to change the name, the position, the phone number, mobile. We basically want to change all the information in the email signature. So to do that, we go back into our files here, and then right click on Nino Barino and then open with Sublime Text. Okay, and you'll see that it's opened up all the HTML code that's in the signature, basically. So from here, just expand your window, and so it makes it a bit easier to read. And so we'll need to first find where the image is. So do a control, so make sure you're focused in here, and then click Control F to find, and then down the bottom just type in IMG. That'll find any image that's in the HTML. So you can see the current image is on this URL here. So if I go to this URL, you should be able to see that same image as that guy that's in the email signature, which you can. So you can probably guess what we need to do next. We need to simply go get our URL from before that we created before, and then copy it, go back in here and paste it into where the old URL was. Now to save it, you just press Control S, and then we'll go back into the Chrome window here and then press refresh, and you should see there we go, there's my image popped up now. So we want to change the name from Nino Barino to your own name. So all we need to do is search up that Nino Barino name in the HTML. So do Control F again, and then search up Nino, and you can see it here. It's right there. So we'll just change this Nino Barino to be my name. There we go. And then again, we'll press Control S to save, and then refresh the page here by pressing Control R, or you can just press refresh. You can see here that it's changed it. So I'll just change the title as well, so Web Design Specialist. Okay, we'll just change that to Co-founder. Let's save that and refresh it here. There we go. It's fine. And this here, by the way, is a non-breaking space. You can get rid of it. It just basically means it's a space. So I've just gotten rid of it, and you can see it's removed the space from in between here. So you can do the same thing if you like, or you can leave the space in there. So editing the phone number again. So you've got you can just grab this 7182 for example. So do Control F 7182. There we go. That's the phone number. So I can just do +123. Let's say that's my phone number. We'll save it by hitting Control S, and you can see that it's changed it. And we'll do the same for the mobile. So we'll just search up 7182, which is right down here. 111 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. There we go. And we'll do the same for the website. We'll do a Control F, GIM. There we go. www.mywebsite.com. Same as the email address. You can already see the email address here, so I won't bother searching for it. And then you've got the address as well, which I can already see down here. It's actually a little bit easier to find, if you're using Sublime. All the text is basically in white, so you can see the A is the tag for the address up here, and it's in white, so it's kind of a lot easier to find. Yeah, so the address, we'll just leave it, and then yeah, the social icons is easy as well. So you just if you keep scrolling down, you can just search for Facebook. So Facebook, there we go. So you'll use the same social icon. I mean, you can use your own social icons. I think there's a few websites out there that allow you to use your own social icons. I think Flat Icon was one of them. Yeah, it is. So you can use Flat Icon to download some free icons for your social icons, or you can just use the ones we've got provided there. With the social links, it's quite easy, because right now these are not linked to anything. You'd have to put in an A attribute in here, so you just go open bracket A href equals, and then it'll be, you know, https://facebook.com/Gimeo app, or whatever your Facebook profile is. Okay, and then you'd want to end it here. So there we go. And all of that A symbol does is that creates a link for anything that's inside it. So inside it is this image here that you can see. So it's making it so this image here is going to go to this link here, the Gimeo app on Facebook. So just save that and refresh it. You can see now that it's linked, and if I click on it, it'll go over to Facebook. So the next thing you could do is just you know, add that A link to any other social icons that you've got, such as Twitter or LinkedIn. If you wanted to remove one, such as Google Plus, you can do that quite easily. Just remove this TD here, backspace it, and then get Control S to save it, and then if you refresh it, you can see that it's no longer there. Okay, now what you want to do as well maybe is create a link for this website part as well, and it's basically the same thing as what we've just done before. So we'll just search up my website in the code here. Okay, and you can see that it's a span. Okay, so what we want to do, yeah, is just put an A in there. href equals www.mywebsite.com, and then close it off like so, and then end it after the span ends, which is here, like so, and that will make that a link. So I'll just save it now and refresh it, and you can see it's a link now. So if I click on it, oh, it looks like I might have forgotten to put the HTTPS in there, so I'll just go in and correct that. So where did I put it? Here it is, HTTPS : so it knows that it's not an internal link. So if I click on it now, it should be going to mywebsite.com, which it is. I'm not actually sure what mywebsite.com is. Obviously it's not a secure website, but anyway. So you can add a link to your website like that. You can also add a link to your you know, telephone numbers to make them a click to call link. So I'll show you how to do that. It's a similar way of doing it. So I'll just go to I'll find the phone number, which is here. Okay, so it's the same thing. So A href equals like so, but in this case, instead of putting HTTPS, you'd be putting tel, and then you know, plus 1 2 3 4, whatever your number format is, and then ending it, and then putting the end of the A obviously just after this span here, like that. And what that does is it will make this telephone number now linkable. You can see down the bottom it says tel and then the phone number. So if you were to send this email signature to someone that's using a mobile phone, they'll be able to click on this phone number here, and they'll be able to dial your phone number straight away from their phone. It just makes it a bit more convenient for people to call you by just clicking on your phone number rather than copying it and pasting it and so forth. You can do the same thing for your mobile. Obviously I won't go showing you how to do that now because it's exactly the same procedure as the main phone number. And you can also hyperlink this email address. I'll show you how to do that. It's a similar thing. Support, I'll just find it. There it is. So that's the first span. Okay, so we just do the A href equals, and we'll do mail to this time, and it'll be support@gim.io like that, and then just end it, and then just put a ending a. Yeah, so the way you do email addresses, you do mail to, and then what that does is that opens up, when they click on it, it opens up their email client and automatically starts composing an email message to this recipient here. Now you can also hyperlink the address as well. You can make it hyperlinked. I'll show you how. So you just go to maps.google.com, put the address in there, and then you go share, and then you just hit copy link here, and then you just basically use that link in there. So go back into here, search up 15 River Drive, there it is. So we'll find out where the span is, it's there, a href equals, and then just paste that link in there. So now don't forget to put these inverted commas before and after the href, so here and here, so your link has always got to be inside these inverted commas like so, and yeah, we'll put the ending a in there and save it. So now you'll see it's linked as well, so if we click on that link now, it'll take us to this address, which is the one we linked from. Okay, so you could also actually hyperlink the image as well. If you wanted it to go to your website, you could do that as well. I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty much the same way as your website. So you just search for IMG, which is the image. Now this is the image for the Facebook icons, because you can see it's got Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. So we'll just keep searching, and here's the one that we've added in. So yeah, I'll link it to our website. Okay, like that. Okay, so that ends there, so I believe it'll be there like that. Yep, and you can see now if I click on my picture, it'll take us directly to our website. And one other thing I want to show you before I go, if you wanted to change the colors of these elements, that's actually not that hard. So you can just right click on the name and then go to inspect, and then you can see here usually there's a color associated, so you can just click on that and then change the color to whatever you want it to be. So let's say purple, and then all you need to do is copy this number here, this hash number, and then press Ctrl C to copy it. Go back into your Sublime and then search up for your name that you've got in there, and you should see the old number somewhere here, which is right here. And you just want to change that number to the new one, so paste the new number in, and also change the one on the outside of it there as well. Press Ctrl S to save, oops, and then refresh the page, and there we go, I've got a purple name now. Same thing can be done with your position as well. If you wanted to change the number of that, I will show you how to do that now. If you wanted to change it to red, let's say, I don't really know what goes well with purple, but let's just pick a green. We'll copy that hex code there, and we'll go back into here and look up co-founder, which is right there. And you can see that it was black before, but now we'll change it to this greeny color, and then we'll go back and refresh the page, and you can see that it's changed. So you can change the colors with any of the text in there. So yeah, hopefully this tutorial has helped you create an email signature for yourself. We've got a whole bunch of templates that we've uploaded for free. So basically have a look through our website through this link here. See which template you like, see what basically just have a look at which signature you'd like to use, and which signature best suits your business needs, and whatever you want to use, and then start from there, and then download it and do exactly what I've just shown you how to do. The next part's really easy, installing the email signature itself. You just press Ctrl A to select everything, and then Ctrl C to copy it, and then now you just basically go into your email client and install it like you normally would. If you're not sure how to install your email signature, we do have a bunch of tutorials here. If you go to free resources, if you go to blog.gimeo and then free resources, email signatures, installation, these are all of our installation guides on how to install your email signature for your email client. So yeah, hopefully you've now seen how you can create your own custom email signature and make it to your needs and how you like it to be. I really hope this tutorial has been helpful. I know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling to create their own email signatures, and as I said before, if you don't want to be going in and editing your own HTML files, because it can get tricky at times to do, if you don't want to do that, feel free to use our email signature generator. It does everything you need for you. So if you just click on it, choose a template, click on apply, you can just click on the name and start changing the name, click on the position and start changing all that sort of stuff. And yeah, like I said, there are a few limitations on the free version, but you can pretty much create exactly what we've just created using the free email signature here. If you have any questions in regards to the design of the signature or how to change certain elements or anything at all, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll try and respond to you as quickly as I can. Thanks very much for watching and see you next time.